Hey,
Don't
Scump.
say you guys.
Dude, you guys are fucking freaks.
No, we're not
We have no
freaks,
choice,
dude. I've
man.
been
We have no
waiting. I've been
choice.
waiting so long for this.
You need this
This
shit.
better be the best story ever, bro.
Yo,
It's
Seth.
not really.
It's not the best story ever. It's just like a.
Yeah, it's kind of. It's kind of
Go
like
hear it.
it's kind of fucked up, to be honest. It's
I
kind of
mean-
a fucked up story.
Am I insane for thinking this shit is like? All right. Well, listen. You want to tell it or should I tell it? Point blank. Period. Because right now everybody's checking my dope.
I feel like I should tell it because it happened to me.
Okay. I mean, it kind of happened to the both of us, really. But sure.
I mean,
Yeah, look at him making it about himself, Matt.
I mean, I wouldn't say that.
How? How? Why? What do you mean?
Someone starts the story.
All right, Seth. Start it out.
All right, so I figured I'd come into the call to tell this too because I felt like it was right to have your POV
This
while
guy
we're
Seth
going
better
step
tell
by
this
step,
story well.
right?
Right.
All right, so I get to Matt's. All right, where everyone's vibing. We're like, all right, fuck yeah, we're here. We bring the SIGs that Matt requested. We brought them. I know I saw some people asking about that. Yes, we brought them. But so I get there. So first thing you do when you get to a party, obviously you got to check out the food, right? So we get there, and there's steak fajitas out on the counter. So I'm like, all right, I get there immediately. I'm like, I gotta eat. I'm fucking starving. We were on stream all day. I gotta eat. So I make I make myself a fajita, right? So I'll go step by step. I'll even say what the fuck I put on that fajita. I put a little bit of guac on the bottom for some base, and then I got some peppers. I got some onions. I got 2 strips of steak. And hold on, this is where it gets interesting. So the pieces of steak are like, I mean, they're like the long pieces of steak, right? They're not cut up. So I put the steak on. I put
That
some rice
long
on.
meat.
Yeah, some of that long meat. So I put some salsa on that thing to top it off. You know, you got to get some moisture. So I take a pretty big bite of this fajita, right? I take a pretty big bite. I probably get like half the fajita, one bite, maybe not half, maybe a little under half.
But Seth, to be clear, this guy made his plate of tacos, and everybody's hanging out in the living room. And for whatever reason, I actually I won't forget this for the rest of my life. You walked away from the kitchen and the living room into a separate room in the house, like just for no reason, but on your own.
Yeah. So I'm eating this thing. I step into the other room, and I'm drinking a little beer. So I'm eating this thing, and it goes down, right? It goes down. I swallow it, but then it like clumped up in my chest.
Ew.
So I'm like, oh shit. So that's when I start walking back. Whenever I'm like, oh shit, I might actually choke on this fucking fajita right here. So that's when I start walking back into the room. As I like start stepping back into the room, I'm like, holy shit, I'm actually choking. I was legitimately choking. I fucking
Could
let
not
out
breathe.
like
no air.
couldn't breathe at all. I let out like I literally could not breathe.
No noise coming out of his mouth.
But let me also set the story up a little bit better. So these steak quesadillas or steak fajitas were cold and they were chewy as shit. So I'm like, I don't really chew it as well as I probably should have. I was so hungry, so I'm just ripping that shit, right? So I literally was choking, and then I look at Matt, and I'm like, they said I was starting to turn. Tell them what color I was starting to turn.
You started to turn red, fucking purple. I mean, we were blacking out, dude. I couldn't even tell. It looked like every color of the rainbow. Yeah, I had no idea that you were legitimately choking until you started going like.
So I'm looking at Matt, and I'm like this. I'm dead ass choking. I'm looking at Matt like this, like freaking the fuck out. I literally couldn't breathe. So Matt gets behind me and gave me the craziest fucking back shots of all time.
I fucked that man.
Dude, he gets behind me. Wait, did you just get like a CPR class you were saying?
Yeah, so we took CPR and Heimlich classes just with the baby on the way. And nobody told me once you learn how to do this that you could wield this type of power. And I saw an opportunity to take a grown man from behind to press myself up against that supple ass of Seth. Yeah. I mean, whether we got the food out of his throat and he survived, that was not the point. It was really me just trying to feel what that that thing felt like.
That soft bosom.
But I mean, it was the weirdest thing ever because after he did the Heimlich on me, he did it a couple times.
No. You got to focus
What,
in
a
on this,
couple
bro.
extras?
So he's doing
Couple extras?
the choking. And I see him, and all of a sudden,
Okay, you
I
can take over from here.
I grab him, and it's like when you see somebody do the Heimlich remover or Heimlich maneuver, and you learn how to do it, you think, okay, I'm never gonna have to do this for my entire life, and I just figured that we're gonna wail on this motherfucker until we get this meetup. Genuinely did think because
we get this meetup.
Well, the first first thrust.
This is getting crazy.
No, first thrust, nothing happened, right? And then the second thrust, all of a sudden, Seth just starts throwing up profusely. I fucking rip into his diaphragm.
Whoa.
What? I mean,
Profusely. It was like foam.
rip into
It was
his
like
diaphragm.
it was like foam.
I legitimately
chest
cleaned
and
up
pull
your
it out?
fucking throw up with your wife,
Yeah,
Seth. I can tell you what it is. It looked like dog
You
food.
didn't have to do that.
All right.
Wait,
I
wait.
did do that. What are you talking about?
Wait. So it came up or it went down? I thought it went down.
What do you mean it came up or it
The
went
steak,
down?
the steak.
All of it came up and out, bro. It was beer,
Oh.
steak.
Oh.
You were choking, and after 2 Heimlichs, it actually worked, and everything came out. But I keep doing it because he's not saying anything. He's not making any noise still besides that throw up. As soon as the throw up came out, I'm like, thank God. All of a sudden, Izzy beelines and runs over because everybody's still kind of talking to each other. Nobody realized what's going on. As soon as Izzy finds out his wife, she sprints over and just starts fucking wailing on his back.
She started punching me.
She's like, call 911, call 911, starts hitting him. And I do it
She
like
started dead ass like punching me.
4 or 5 more times, still not saying anything. I'm like, am I not strong enough to actually is he still choking? In that moment, I thought like, holy shit, he could actually die. So I see TP. I'm like, yo, you're bigger than me. Just start doing it. He gave him like 2, and then all of a sudden, Seth, we hear him breathing. He starts talking. But
Yo, it was crazy though. It was like it was no bullshit. The most adrenaline. Dude, it was like the weirdest feeling ever because I've never choked on anything before. Pause. I know this is a hard one to have on
WTP,
Twitch.
no
I can't
Rambo.
lie. It's a hard.
Listen,
I took too much meat.
I hate to be
and
that
Nadeshot
guy.
had to come over
but
and
I
give me
did
back shots.
No, I'm
This
the
is
one.
a
I
hard
saved
story.
his
The
life.
host
I saved his
served
life.
cold food,
Genuinely.
and then Nadeshot
And I'm
saved
not
the
here to
company
gloat
from going
about
under.
it.
That's pretty
But
much.
I do want the record to show,
what happened.
like that optic van.
Imagine the fucking
I
optic
blew
without
that
you.
van up.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I will never. I don't think I'll ever in my life from this moment on eat a steak fajita without cutting it up into small pieces beforehand. Because I like, you know, when you get a steak fajita and they're the long strips and you bite into it and you just rip the meat.
You rip that thing off, yeah.
So I probably had like a strip and a half of meat, the tortilla, like it was a big ass bite, and I'll never do it again. But go ahead.
So just to confirm, Nadeshot saved your life.
I knew it was
After
coming.
almost killing him
I'll take 100.
After
please.
by
almost-
serving
I'll take
by,
it.
by serving the cold food.
Seth
Matt-
took too much meat.
Hold on,
and Nadeshot had to come
Sam.
give him
Hold
back
on.
shots.
He was about to say something. Let's hear it.
Yo, you're crazy. Matt did save my life. Iz actually looked at me yesterday in bed and was like, "You know, Matt saved your life today, right?" And I was like, "Can you fucking stop?" Like, I'm in bed. I'm about to go to bed. I'm literally sleeping. She's like, "You could have died," and I'm like, "Oh my god, you need to chill."
Are you gonna
Like,
gift him subs?
I mean, no. Even if he doesn't end up giving me subs, I now hold this
Still putting it.
this power. I can bring this up like once a year for the rest of my life. If Seth ever gives me lip, if he ever says some shit, you got small meat, you suck at this game, you're a terrible friend, I'll say, I saved your life.
Remember the time I saved your
You
life?
remember that time that you got that meat out of me?
Oh, there's Murph.
You're like fucking. Oh my gosh, there's Murph.
Yo, yeah. She was coming over here to thank you. You're welcome, Murph. I saved your friend.
Yo, no bullshit though. Matt
a good
actually
puppy.
did. He did. He came up clutch. I mean, he just started, dude. He literally immediately he knew exactly what to do. It was a little bit unsettling, but in the terms that he got behind me, and
No, I hear you.
I fucked that
I'm
man.
settled.
dude, Sam, you should have saw it. I'm just happy nobody got it on video because I don't want to.
Superhero shit. He just took you from behind and took charge.
Bro,
I don't want to relive that moment.
No bullshit though. Like Seth, he's absolutely right. The amount of adrenaline that I think he probably had coursing through his veins, and me, I actually thought we would have had to. If you would have died in my fucking living room, we would have had to sell the house, pack up, get back to Cali, bro.
Well, it was like it was the weirdest shit ever because like in a life or death scenario, you feel like you can kind of help yourself, but in that moment, I was like, dude, what the fuck do I do? There's something like stuck inside of you. You can't. I mean, obviously, you can do the self Heimlich and go up to a chair and
punch
fucking
yourself in the fucking
Yeah.
chest and shit. Yeah.
yeah. There's shit that you can do, but it's like in that moment. Well, luckily, I noticed it early and walked back into the room. I literally walked back in right as I felt something was wrong.
Dude, I can't lie. Whenever I feel something in my throat that like isn't moving, I start hard tweaking. Even if it's just like it's something that I can't choke on, even if it's just like something that's stuck in my throat, I start immediately tweaking.
Yeah.
Well,
so,
that's story time.
I mean, that was pretty
story.
much it. That I'll take 100.
That's story time.
I mean, 100 gifted for your
how
life.
about
Seth,
100?
I think you gotta take that.
How about 100?
We
All right.
settled on a number last night.
Oh,
Listen,
gifted?
it's-
Now that we get on stream, you try to quadruple it.
I mean,
you're
it's
fucking sick.
It's fucking September. What do
save
you
your
want to
life.
do?
Your life
What
is
do you
only
want to
worth
do?
25 gifted.
Give
Yeah,
me
I mean,
100
fuck
during
this.
September or die. I mean,
Think about how many subs you wouldn't have gotten if you
Your
perished.
life is only worth 25 subs, Scumpy.
Listen, I'm gonna give him 25 gifted subs, the number that we agreed on last night
That is
before getting
insane,
peer
bro.
pressured and trying to. No. What's
Sorry, Matt.
insane?
It's only him.
What's insane is me getting online and you quadrupling the number because you know peer pressure is now a factor.
yo, listen.
We settled on it.
Brother, you could have perished.
I just want to say this, bro.
Shut up, Sid.
If you give
Sorry.
25,
up.
somebody call up Hector. Somebody and all of the green wall really, because if Seth would have went down
Actually, I will gift
yesterday,
you 5 for saving my career.
Zinni
Hold
would
on.
have stepped into his seat. He would have been the new Scump. And
Oh my
listen,
god, I might have to gift.
The company would have went under.
All right,
Holy
man.
shit.
Did I? Thank you, Zinni. Appreciate
Or
that.
I finally
5.
would have got the limelight I deserve.
Oh my God,
There you go.
Scump with the 25. You really are a cheap bastard, bro.
Dude, you're fucking disturbing.
I mean, life on the line. You looked at me. I took you from behind, and I.
$135.04. I just got the email, Matt. Boom.
Thanks, man.
Shot.
I should have
shot
let you
saved
fucking.
optic, man.
I should have let you drop dead.
Yo, what the fuck? You
That's
serve those
insane.
cold ass fucking steak fajitas.
They weren't fucking cold when you were supposed to be here originally, bro.
Yo, you know what's crazy though is Matt literally said, "Yo, you should microwave those. Those are gonna be cold." I took a bite. It was the first and only bite that I took. I bit into it and I was like, "Yo, this shit is cold."
Yo, I know we're joking around and shit right now, Chad. I just deafened up. He would have died. I'm not kidding. And yeah, I am looking to get doped up a little bit because it was like the crazy. You always watch movies and you're like, you always want to save somebody's life, but I never want to be in that position again. It actually was crazy.
Matt and Haley actually are. I will give them. They are very, very gracious hosts because after
Saving your life.
after the initial fajitas, they also They got more food after the fact.
We did.
Now, Matt, I will
They
tip
got
Nadeshot.
another.
He is very generous with food ordering because he always starts an Uber Eats food order and sends it to everybody there. And never once has he been like, "Yo, someone." It's all he steps up every time for the boys. It's just
Yo, Matt.
to give him
Actually,
some
though,
gas.
I mean, I texted you last night. I said thank you a million times, but thank you, bro. I'll do it on stream as well. Thank you.
How about
That's
100?
not even the craziest part of the story.
How about
I showed up
100?
and I started finger blasting TP, and that caught everybody else.
Yo,
That
Zinni
caught
shows
everybody
up.
by surprise.
I almost
Zinni
choked on
shows up.
water.
Zinni shows up, and it's the first thing I told him. And Zinni, kind of looked like a little
no.
bit shocked.
Well, no. My first instinct was to make a joke, and Iz looked at me like, "You're an asshole." I was like, I said, "Holy fuck!" The company almost went under. And then
Yeah,
she
yeah,
was like,
Zinni, that was
seriously, that's
funny.
what you're.
It is.
Seriously, that's what you're worried about.
It is a weird situation now because I do feel entitled to the green wall coming over here and dropping a prime sub or something. Or I mean, call dead ass like Hector, all the investors, the board, like somebody's got to get. I mean, Seth won't gift 100. I don't know what to do. Like I actually,
this guy's hilarious, bro.
I don't know, man. What would have happened to Optic if you would have just keeled over and died in that moment in that kitchen? Yeah, I mean, you were
I guess.
genuinely like scientifically choking. And
Yeah, no, it was like it
He
was
would have put
full
Alan in
on.
his watch party chair and kept it pushing. No one
Fuck
could sit in
you.
that chair.
Fuck you.
Bless up, man. Shout out the green wall, dude. I'm glad that we can deliver the king back in good form. All right, let's play.
Yo,
Count.
that shit was crazy though. I can't even lie. That
Get
shit
some
was
games
crazy.
in, man.
I will never. I see. I feel like as streamers, I feel like as streamers, it's kind of like the norm to try to just scarf your food because you don't want to lose viewers. You don't want people to leave. So I am now forever.
Yo, Electro,
taking my
thanks for the
time
prime,
eating.
bro.
I
You
don't give
got
a
me.
fuck.
Thanks for the
Dude,
5
I
gifted.
ripped into that.
Bonesy.
I ripped into that
Oh
fucking
my
fajita
God,
with
Cramyan with the
some
5 gifted.
force.
A new wool.
And I took, like, I chewed it 2 times and
Clegerton.
swallowed.
Thank you,
Dude,
gentlemen,
Matt,
for the
imagine your
subs.
imagine your level of grief if that were to unfortunately end in the worst case scenario and you pretty much forced him to come.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking about that too. It's funny because like we're telling this story on stream and it doesn't sound that serious, but it was pretty fucking.
Yeah.
It was
Well, no,
a
it's-
crazy 10 minutes in the
Oh.
house.
Yeah.
Oh,
we joke in
everyone
hindsight.
after was like shaken up. I was like, yo, I was just apologizing. I was like, yo, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I
Like,
don't know why you kept doing that.
I was like, I'm so sorry. I came into the party, just wanted a steak fajita and fucking almost perished.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
all I wanted was a steak fajita.
on some fucking streamer bullshit though, right now, I will say it is. You never know when something like that could happen. I do recommend everybody take like a CPR and like Heimlich class because I mean that shit just happened on a random Sunday. You know, you just never know when shit's gonna. I don't know.
I just
Hit the
give
fan.
up. I tweet the GoFundMe while I'm choking out. Hey, run this shit up, fellas.
It's not,
Dude, I'm telling
It's
I'm
fucking
telling
crazy,
you, no,
bro.
I'm telling you, no, you wouldn't. And in that moment, dude, your fight or flight, like it kicked in immediately. I like walked back into the room and was like, holy shit. Like, dude, the adrenaline, I was like shaking for probably like 30 minutes after.
I imagine
Guys,
it's like
thank
the
you so
same
much for
feeling
all
of
the
like
subs,
almost
gentlemen. I
getting into a car
appreciate y'all,
accident
bro.
where it's like, oh my
Monteith,
god, like your life flashes
027
before your eyes. and,
No,
like,
because you
They-
almost get
Yang-
into a car accident
Yangas.
and you're literally
Yo,
choking.
Ryle, thank you very much
That's
for
a
the
good
5
point.
gifted,
I've
bro.
never
Nate
choked.
Dogg.
It's not almost. I was
actually, I did
literally.
choke for
bro.
Caesar
Appreciate you
Skies.
guys.
but
Yo,
different
Seth,
I
type
mean,
of
we
choke.
throw the term choking around a lot in the community, but I was legit.
Spin a Spence. I actually told the story of you
choking.
dying from a hot dog. I'm not kidding.
Choke. Yo, what's up?
I think you know the 100 gifted is a lot to ask for, but instead I think we can take November and December YouTube earnings from your channel and you
Dude.
rip me off like 20% of that Kit Kat bar.
There ain't no shame in your game, and that you know what? I fucking love that about you. That's impressive work out of you.
I mean, like what's you ever seen Mr.
You're asking
Deeds?
for royalties.
Well, all right. What should have happened is in every movie I've ever seen in the rom-coms, you know, the big strong man, Adam Sandler, he saves her life with his dead frostbitten foot in the lake, and then they just started aggressively making out after. And I'm kind of confused
hell?
why that didn't happen to me.
Dude, I mean,
I
What
thought
the
you.
fuck?
I mean,
what? I mean, that's what happens in the movies. Is that not what's supposed? All right, whatever.
No, on a
At least I got
serious
to
note,
feel
where
his
the
ass.
fuck has
First
Joe
off-
Biden been?
I mean, we went dick to butt. It was crazy.
dude, it was like I see. I don't. It's
I had to
crazy
lock in
because,
that moment. I'm like, yo, this feels nice, but I got to save this guy.
yo, in that moment, dude, time like stops. Like I don't in that specific moment, I don't remember anything that was happening. Is that normal? Like in that specific moment, it was
You blacked
everything
out?
happened. And no, it's just everything happened so fast. It was like I
It
don't
is kinda
remember.
normal.
I don't remember what happened. Like it was like bang bang bang.
To be honest with
And
you,
then,
I'm
and
like,
then it was over.
our destinies are intertwined because I'm like, you ever heard that Luke Combs songs, Needle in a Groove? We go to get fit together like a needle in a groove. That ass
jealous
crevice
and
was
safe,
the
no.
perfect size for my meat. All right, let's play COD.
Yeah,
I am kind of jealous it was you.
No.
Seth, can you choke again so I can save you and then I
No.
can take the limelight?
Nah, I only got 75 subs for it. It's not all that cracked up to
After
be.
the fact, Matt, what did you say to me? Like he said, like, dude, what did you say to me? You said some crazy shit.
I finally got to take a grown man from behind.
No, you said something about my ass cheeks. I don't remember what the
What
fuck you
the
said,
fuck?
but you said some crazy shit.
Supple cheeks? I don't know.
Yeah, something
I'm
like
inviting
that.
everybody right now.
It was something along those lines.